All right, folks, so the Jets contingent on their way to California to try to convince Aaron Rodgers and persuade Aaron Rodgers to accept the trade to New York. Let's talk about it. So a day after Derek Carr signs with the New Orleans Saints for 4 years, $150 million, the Jets losing out on possibly their plan B. All attention now focuses to the man that certainly Woody Johnson covets the most, and that's Aaron Rodgers, as of course, he's still under contract with the Green Bay Packers, and we all know about the big $60 million guaranteed money that hangs over the head of this trade. And we all are wondering, what is Rodgers going to do? He's going to play. Is he going to retire? Is he going to accept the trade to the Jets? Does he want to go back to Green Bay? All those things have been discussed for months now, for a couple months since the offseason began. And now the Jets are getting their shot. They are getting their shot to try to see if they can convince Aaron Rodgers to become a member of the Jets, to accept the trade to New York. So we know right now that the Jets flew out to California. According to Dan Graziano, that includes Woody Johnson, that includes Joe Douglas, Robert Saleh, as well as offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett, who, of course, was Rodgers' offensive coordinator in Green Bay just a couple of years ago. So they have all flown out to California, and they are trying to make their pitch that Aaron Rodgers to accept this trade to New York to become the Jets quarterback for a year, 2 years. We'll see. There's so much that has to happen between now, when the Jets make their pitch to Rodgers, to when they can make this trade happen, if they do, to Rodgers accepting the fact that accepting the idea of playing in New York. He's open to it, as we now know, and then for how long, and all the drama that will come with it. But now you're starting to see a lot of people in New York media saying, get this done, this has to get done, this has to happen. And that's going to now be part of this, because now the pressure's on the Jets now. They had a chance there with Derek Carr. They decided that they wanted to make Aaron Rodgers their guy. They're pursuing him all the way right to the end here. And now the pressure's on them to get it done. And if they do get it done, the pressure will be even ratcheted up even more to not just make the playoffs, but to get to a Super Bowl. You're hearing talk about that the Jets Vegas betting line has now gone up, for that matter, if they find a way to get Rodgers in town. So the pressure is on. The watch party is on. There's a video here from Cali Jets. Rodgers walked out with another gentleman towards Woody Johnson's plane hidden behind the red and white beast. Then back into the brown building on the right. I will be posted on the. So we have these even Jet fans out there right now who are watching this happen as we speak, wondering what is going to happen with Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. It's getting crazy. It is getting very, very crazy. And it's only going to get crazier over the next several days, as one would think we'll start to get an answer from Rodgers himself on whether he wants to keep playing or retire or potentially play for either the Packers, the Jets, or God knows, even somebody else. I mean, it's been that wild, and we still don't know what to expect. But as I said before, as I said in my last video, if the Jets pull this off, if they do get Aaron Rodgers, the pressure is going to be incredible. In a lot of ways, you want to sit here and say, if the Jets get Rodgers, they have a great shot to compete. Sure, but they also are in a situation where it's a lose-lose. If they get him, great. If they get him, the pressure is going to mount for them to win championships. And if they don't get him, a lot of people are going to get upset, claiming, well, the Jets, just same old Jets, they swung on and missed once again, and now they have to settle for finding one of these other quarterbacks. So the pressure is on, and the watch is on for Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. As for the Giants, well, they don't have to worry about that much drama for that much, because they took care of business. They signed Daniel Jones to a 4-year, $160 million contract, $35 million in incentives. He gets us $40 million a year. He gets $82 million guaranteed in the first 2 years of his contract. And on top of that, because the Giants were able to sign Jones before the franchise tag deadline, they get to keep Saquon Barkley as well. 1 year for $10 million for him on a franchise tag. So the Giants the Giants did exactly what they wanted. They got their quarterback in long term. They keep Saquon Barkley. They keep really their entire offense last year were these two guys, and they keep them in tow for at least together for the 2023 season, and of course Jones for the long term moving forward. So if you're a Giants fan, you got to feel pretty good about yourself. If you're a Jets fan, everyone right now is on pins and needles, wondering what is going to happen next. My guess is, right now, my gut tells me this is going to happen. Aaron Rodgers is probably going to become a New York Jet, and at that point, all hell is going to break loose. It is this. If this is not the media market capital world, you're going to see how big it can be when this type of player, with this type of profile, who also has this type of media coverage in general, just playing in Green Bay, is going to get, if he comes to New York, it could very well get incredibly nuts. So buckle up.